Who is the number one influence in your life? For me, and like many others, mine is my mom. A few words that come to mind when I think of my mom are strong willed, courageous, and the life of the party. Today, I'm going to dedicate this tribute speech to my mom, Celia. A few things I'll be telling you about my mom are why she's the best listener, she's strong willed, and she's a fighter, and her eager and adventurous self, always waiting for the next adventure. So, to start things off, whether it was big or small, like getting an F on your English test, or bigger things like heartache, she is always there to listen to you, to be a shoulder to cry on. And she doesn't always have to say something, but just knowing that she's there listening to you is always the best feeling, no matter what. She always made my brothers and I feel like we were the center of the universe, always picking us up and lifting us up no matter what we were doing in life, whether it was being the mascot for the high school or playing in tennis games or soccer games. She is always there on the front row doing anything that she can, always to be our number one cheerleader. And I always like to say the reason that she has so many friends is because she's the best listener ever. And as you get older, you really realize that the really, really good friends that you have are smaller. And I know for a fact that my mom is a true friend to so many people. She's always there to be a shoulder to cry on, or even just to have an extra little glass of wine for one of her friends. She's strong-willed because she's always going to be the best at everything she does. She's a competitor and she's a fighter. She always will want to prove you wrong, and if you tell her not to do something, she is going to do it. She always, no matter what, if it's at a board meeting or a concert, she will be on the front row center listening and telling you what she has to say. She is a very good tennis player, and when she was 56, she needed to get a hip replacement because she was literally too active and her hip had deteriorated away. So she took the physical therapy and the recovery very serious, and she was back on the courts in just a few months. And then 4 years later, when she was 60, she broke the other hip because she was, again, too active. So she had to have the exact same surgery. She was a little bit more nervous this time, but not to be defeated. And just like that, in a few months, she was back on the courts doing her thing and being the rock star tennis player that she is. And then the adventurous soul of my mom is unlike any other. She is always camping. She is an avid hiker. For about 20 years, she was with a group that would always go out west, and they have hiked many mountains and seen a few bears, and she always has great stories, and I would love to be like that one day. She is always going to be the life of the party, and she's always looking for her next adventure, whether that is going to the beach on just a regular girls' weekend or anything, seeing family. She's always going to be there. So today I told you why my mom is my biggest influence. And a few of the things that I told you are why she's the best listener, she's strong-willed and a fighter, and she's eager for her next adventure. The more I've really grown up, the more I've realized that I want to be just like my mom, and she is the best person ever. Thank you.